Coming to you straight from his home in Los Angeles, California, it's the Late Night Quarantine Show with Robert Dunn. Tonight, Michael DeGrandis, featuring Adam Sandler and comedian Michael Damian. Featuring the Dwayne Carlton Merit Band. I'm Mike DeCamp. Now here he is, Robert Dunn.
Welcome, thank you so much. Welcome to the Late Night Quarantine Show, starring myself. And thank you for watching the second episode. This series has gone 2 episodes. That's 1 episode longer than I thought it would be. So thank you that you are still watching. I want to give a special shout out to a few friends who have lent their talents to this show for real. I cannot thank them enough. Everyone else who has been watching and giving positive thoughts, thank you so much. And thank you, and blah, blah, blah. Probably really boring to watch someone thank people, so let's move on. So we have a great show for you prepared today. We have the great and powerful Michael DeGrandis, big cartoon buff, Nickelodeon writer, all around just great animated guy. See what I did there? We have him on the show today. And before that, we have a very special guest, Adam Sandler? Maybe, kind of, I don't know. Who knows? Does he know? I guess we'll see. We'll see if he responds. So I do hope that everyone is staying safe out there and quarantining themselves. Quarantining? Is that a word? Is that a word? I have been seeing a lot of people around still shaking hands. I've seen it with my eyes, still shaking hands and saying, "What's up, man?" I've been seeing it on the streets. And then I'll see like nearby households having people over. And I can't help but think that they're gonna be fine. But the second I go to the grocery store and buy an orange, all of a sudden, that's gonna be the one orange that gets me. We are living in crazy times. A time where trying to get into the grocery store feels like you're trying to get into a club. A time when you're probably coming to the harsh realization that memes are the only thing that's keeping us together. I know you do, Pennywise. I saw you buying cases of it in Ralph's, you selfish asshole. And we live in a time where we start getting health advice from none other than O.J. Simpson.
This is serious. People are losing their lives. We elected these officials to make these tough decisions, and I'm sure this was a tough decision. All I can say is stay healthy, stay safe.
Yes, being told to stay healthy, stay safe from
O.J. Simpson
is like being told to stay cool, stay clean from a dumpster fire. I appreciate the message, but it just, right now, doesn't fit. And you know how the old saying goes, if it doesn't fit, you must use this to transition to your next bit. Gloves! They're everywhere. Yeah, and apparently all these gloves aren't fitting because everyone is acquitting them all over the ground. You know, writing jokes is really hard. And no, don't. No laugh track. I don't deserve it. But seriously, all of these possibly infected Corona gloves are being found on the streets, in the parking lots, in stormwater drains, possibly making weird Corona gators. It's just getting bad.
A health hazard. People are improperly disposing those gloves and masks that we've all been using. Parking lots have been now littered with them.
People are being shamefully careless, littering their latex gloves, face masks, and hand sanitizer wipes in parking lots all over Los Angeles County. Not only could these gloves and masks potentially be contaminated, but if they're not picked up, some of them will end up in stormwater drains.
See? Stormwater drains. What did I say? And who did I say we have to worry about with stormwater drains? That's right, Pennywise and all his damn hand sanitizer, you asshole!
Some of those hand wipes contain non-biodegradable plastics, which can take up to 100 years to break down.
A century long for these things to break down. That's a long time to have Corona gloves laying in the streets. Just remember that when you are wearing these things, you're not just doing it to benefit yourself, but you're doing it to benefit other people as well. So please, when you're done, just try to find a proper place to throw them away. Any trash can will do, or even better yet, a dumpster fire. And with that said, please help me welcome my extra special guest, totally Adam Sandler.
Hey man, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming
coming by.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, I can't believe we actually have you here for real. That's crazy and not fake at all.
Tonight's our night, buddy.
So I don't know if you remember, but you and I first met on a movie called Sandy Wexler. Do you remember that?
Sure.
And we did kind of like improv together. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable.
What was I good?
No, you ruined it, man. I don't ever want to see you again.
Oh, wow, thanks. Okay, so what you're saying is you've never thought once about us being like a comedy duo ever?
No answer to that. I got no idea. I never thought about that, and I never will, and I hated that question.
Well, all right. Well, that is depressing. Maybe I need buy a book on how to do improv?
Let's go shopping.
Well, we can once we're able to shop again after this whole quarantine is over.
Are you doing anything?
This late night show. If you want to check out the other episode,
all right, I'll check it out. I'm
just saying
late tonight, buddy.
Yeah, and I have like some other ideas too. If you want to hear them. Yeah, I was thinking of an idea on Thursday of wait, is today Thursday? Wait, when was Wednesday?
Last night.
Dude, honestly, I cannot remember what day it is anymore.
I know.
It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah, so I had this idea that I was gonna reenact scenes in movies or something. Maybe a TV show. I don't know. You have any suggestions?
The Wonder Years.
Oh, okay, interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that one. Should I just do?
Have I seen you around a comedy club or something, or I've seen you on TV?
I mean, it's possible. I do act and I do write. I do both.
What else?
I self-loathe. Well, Adam, I know I don't have much time to spend with you right now, so I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me on the show.
Thank you.
And I don't know, maybe we could hang out for real.
We'll get past this whole Corona thing, and then me and you are meeting up late.
Take care, Adam. And please welcome my next guest, really funny guy, really funny writer-director, Michael DeGrandis. Michael, where are you going? Are you drunk again?
Oh, I'm getting there. Robert, thanks for having me. I'm better now that I'm here with you. So thanks for joining me in my room.
That's cool. I like your what kind of mug is that? Looks like it's made out of an ice cube.
Yeah, this is they dug it up from the late Crustacean era. It's a Flintstones McDonald's mug.
Wow.
From the 90s.
Yeah, that came out in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
1990s. Yeah, I think Bedrock took place in the 90s. It feels.
I mean, yeah, Flintstones is very Gen X. So I think you're very right on that.
I think I am. We met originally. I'm going to look at my card here, which, by the way, I have cards. See that?
I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to seem imposing. I want to ask about the cards.
Oh yeah, it's real. It's legit. I'm a late night show now. It's you have to register under like the Ministry of Late Night, and once you do that, they send you cards. It's a small fee of I think $10,000. I don't know. I put on a credit card, and but they send you this paper for free. So I'm like, yeah. You know,
it must be like a union thing where they send it and then you can't lose that. I assume.
Dude, they sent me a contract. I didn't read it. I just signed it. But yeah, official late night show now. Under the late night union.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It says something where I have to like pay my guest a fee, and I'm just like, who reads like terms and conditions and all the wording and blah blah blah. I'm a lawyer. Like
I should be expecting a check in the mail.
Sure, but maybe that your stimulus check. I'm going to pay you $1,200, but it's going to say it's from the government.
That's great. I mean, that's a good. Yeah, that's just your LLC.
Yeah. My LLC is United States government. So
the U.S. Treasury is a good LLC.
Backstory. You and I met on it was our first short film together, but not our last. And
This was back in the day when it seemed like our friend circle just wanted to cast me as a homeless man, and I just want to know why that is.
You're natural at it, and you represent the homeless community in such a photogenic way.
So I kind of represent poverty very well, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the posh side of poverty.
Yeah. Okay. You work in the cartoon world?
Yeah, I work on Planet Cartoon.
You apparently have written some stuff for Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. Is that what's?
Did two online shorts last year, and it was great because it's like it was a shorter format, which it was like I think they wanted like 90 seconds of material. So it was like, all right, hey, can you write this much? So you come up with a story, and then it's like you end up writing this, and you're like, all right, now it turns into the game of chess. Like how do we make it into like a certain, And how, in your opinion, because like if someone, especially a child from the 90s, gets an IP like Ninja Turtles, we probably have an idea of who the Turtles are. But what is your take on how like Donatello and Michelangelo are today as opposed to the 90s? Have they changed at all, or are they still basically the same characters? Yeah, that's the thing you want to approach it like you would anything that you're coming to, and not to be boring about it, in a sense of who are these versions of the show? Who are these characters?
Would you say, like, based off of the comics, that the characters like Michelangelo and Donatello were a bit different? Like, how are they compared to like the cartoon version today?
I don't want to say that's a night and day difference. It's the fundamentals are probably still there, but if you go into the comics are like dark. If you read those first two issues of the comic, it's a bit different. So
for you, how has the animation world been affected by the quarantine?
So we're still, like, scripts are still coming through.
Okay.
And art is still coming. The board artists are still working. So production is still happening. Everyone is like working from home.
I mean, every new season of a TV show has halted. So how else are you going to put stuff out?
I wonder if we're going to be seeing like a whole bunch of content of just that it was very clearly just shot in everybody's apartments.
Yeah, I don't know. If Daniel Craig is trying to film the rest of 007 in his house, I think he's filming in his garage right now.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if you're kidding or not, but like it'd be funny. Like he's just wearing pajama bottoms and like up top.
So he has like very much like how my getup is. He's got like the suit on and then just basically basketball shorts. But even though we're all in quarantine, what are you up to now? Because you write and direct. I don't know if has this been a good opportunity to get certain personal projects done, or?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's like you and I had been talking about a feature film script for a while, and the whole entirety of it is anywhere but inside like apartment buildings and stuff, and like you can't necessarily like make the movies. But yeah, it's thinking about doing some low-key experimenting a little bit. In like in the house, seeing like what I can come up with. But it's been a lot of outside of work because I feel fortunate to still be working. I should be probably focused more on more personal stuff. It's dipping into music and it's catching up on video games that I haven't, like, that's just been collecting dust on my shelf.
However you handle your quarantine, I want to say thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. And I don't know, hope to see you again someday, like in person, actually, physically.
Thanks for having me on your show.
All right, our next comedian, really funny guy. You've probably seen him on Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter. I don't know if he has a Twitter, but he's a really funny dude and a great friend of the show, Michael Damian.
How you guys doing tonight? Before I begin, I just wanted to make it known that I might talk a little funny tonight, and that is because I'm a Bible Belt survivor and I'm partially deaf. And that was God's way of trying to make the whitest dork alive So thank you, Gotti. Points to you up there. Or woman, it's 2019. Deity can be whatever it wants to be. Anyway, not doing the religious fanatic stuff up here, but I also didn't choose to look like I could be a Dick Van Dyke impersonator. I'm really glad it's a Disney audience in here, but step in dog, step in dog, step in dog, kick with the knees up. Yeah, I get mad laid with that. Whatever. Thank you. My ex-fiance was kinky. She used to love walking all over me, and I just took it. Yeah. The safe word was, I'll do anything to make your Jewish parents happy, just don't make me cry again. More of a safe phrase, not a word. That's why it took 3.5 years to get out of hell. Yeah, I also found out that my ex-fiance banged my best friend. Ooh, yeah, ooh. I don't know what I'm more pissed off about. The fact that she banged my best friend, or the fact that he was from Wisconsin. Thank you, this side gets it. All the attractive dick from Mexico, Australia, England, wherever, they import it here. And she had to bang a Wisconsinite. This is how it played out in my head. Oh, why don't you bend over there once or twice there, guy? I'm gonna put a Jimmy hat on and ruin a friendship, don't you know? I relive that cheesehead hell every day. But there's good news, silver lining out there. She tried to hook up with her ex-girlfriend, right? She tried to make her ex-best friend gay, and she failed. Can you believe that shit? Hooking up with the ex-girlfriend? That shit is my job, and I did. DJ Khaled! Woo! I know I'm way too white. I'm gringo non grata for some of you guys in the audience. It's an inclusive time up here on this stage, even though I'm white as hell. But it was great. I have no ill words towards this girl. It was a good summer fling. I loved her best friend. And, you know, I got the best hand jobs since high school. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you're in a pillow fort, and mom's making Tostino's pizza rolls in the kitchen, so you gotta act fast. You're trying to set the mood with some emo music, like Green Day, Simple Plan. She's over there kind of like, I'm not sure I want to do this, but I'm in high school, and the video's playing, I'm just a kid, and hand jobs are a nightmare. I'm just a kid, and I know that it's not fair. Yeah, more of a VH1 crowd. All right. Or Yo MTV Raps, or MTV's The Basement. And it took me 25 years to realize that it is referred to as The Basement and not The Bassment. Yeah, that's a fun one. Oh my God. One comic after the show told me, man, I bet your hand jobs in high school sucked. And I just looked at him perplexed. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, but I was not a hand job sommelier in high school. But my name is Michael. You guys have been great. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, that is our show. I want to thank all of our guests today, and I want to thank everyone else who has been super supportive for this really weird idea. I appreciate it so much. I hope to see you on the next one. Good night.
We are legally obligated to declare the interview is not actually Adam Sandler. We at the Late Night Quarantine Show are fans of the guy, especially his older stuff like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, and just wanted to do a little innocent and fun bit. To watch the real interview where the footage was stolen, taken, borrowed from, click the link in the description. Adam, if you're watching this, please don't sue us, as we are simply poor, starving actors like you may have been at one time, but probably not.
Shut up!